Okay, STAT1800A. The purpose of this video is to try to help you understand more the co-requisite requirements. Now, as I stated in the previous video, the one that's you can access right here, the instead of requiring you to take two classes, Math 0101 and STAT1800A, we kind of crunch them together and teach the co-requisite, the prerequisite material at the same time you're going to use it. So it saves you 2 credit hours in fees and tuition, and it saves you a semester. You don't have to take 2 math classes over 2 semesters. You take 1 math class, well, a STAT class in this situation, in 1 semester. Now, the co-requisite requirement, so let's dive into lesson number 1 and talk about that. So under co-requisite materials, you're going to see co-requisite lesson number 1. This will always be a PDF or a Word document in this case. And these problems are worked in the instructional video. So if you notice, open this up. I go through a little bit of teaching stuff because it's what I do. But if you go on to, this is just, you go on to about the 4-minute mark or so, you can see that I start working at the problems that are in this handout. Once you've downloaded the handout, once you've watched the instructional videos, and again, look at these problems. Remember these. What are we doing? We're adding some fractions. We're reviewing order of operations. We're calculating some square roots, evaluating some functions. Now, let's go to co-requisite assignment number 1 and see what kind of problems we have there. Adding fractions. Order of operations. Order of operations. Taking the square root and rounding to a particular answer. Exactly the things that I taught in the instructional videos. In fact, usually the problems are identical. These numbers just happen to be different. So this should be, or should serve as a way that you can review material from kind of a developmental perspective and use it at the time that you're actually learning the material. So that's pretty much what each lesson looks like. Again, download the document. I'm going to work those problems here. Go to my stat lab, and these problems are going to be identical. Well, not identical, numbers will be changed to what I worked in the instructional videos. Now, there's a little variance there. There's a little bit of difference, but there's not much. If you understand what I do in these instructional videos, you should be very, very, very successful in this part. I think that's really all I've got, but it's just consistent in every lesson. Again, go to co-requisite materials, download the document, work along with me. Those problems are worked in this instructional video. Again, look what we're doing. We're evaluating a function. We're looking at some set theory. So what you can expect here is evaluating a function, looking at some probabilities, which again I teach, looking at some set theory. So again, everything that you do in this assignment. So this should be a pretty easy, straightforward 100% on an assignment. All right, gang, that's all I got. I'm not going to try to make this more complicated than it is. I would never do that. All right, take care.